PSG win 1-0 against Arsenal in the Emirates. That was disappointing. That was uninspiring from Arsenal. I expected more in a game that meant so much. There was so much build-up. We had pre-game trailers. We had the players talking about how they're ready. Similar to how Real Madrid do it, but on a way lower scale. But we just didn't turn up today. Today was the statement game and we didn't pass the test. I mean, there were some positives. It's not the end of the world. The tie isn't over yet. It's only 1-0 to PSG. There's still a whole second leg, a whole second half, you could say. But that is not a performance that we need. That is not the result we need, especially considering we're at home. You'd expect us to take a lead going into Parc des Princes, but now we're disadvantaged and we're going to need something really special to get through to this final. Bro, I need this final. I need us to get through and reach a final at least once in my lifetime, because at this rate, it's looking peak. Let's talk a little bit about the game today. Dembele's goal in the 4th minute. Bro, these lot were on us. That whole first half, these lot were unreal. They were playing us off the park in terms of the press was crazy. Our players looked shaky on the ball. Saliba, Rice, they weren't confident because PSG's press was so good. And when they did have the ball, they were controlling it like madmen. You have Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, who were just unreal today, especially in the first half of that first half. But then we grew into the game. The game got a lot more difficult for PSG. We started to take control of the ball, but PSG did score in the 4th minute, and that hurt us. That killed us. That destroyed the momentum that we had. That killed the atmosphere of the stadium. The fans were silent. It was a shock. I don't blame them, to be honest, a little bit, but it's just not good enough. I mean, that goal from Dembele, I think it was poor from Declan Rice. He goes out to help Timber with Kvaratskhelia, leaves space behind him because he joins Timber too late, and then Marino can't cover for him now. Kvaratskhelia sets him outside the boot, plays Dembele. Dembele takes the first time. It's a good finish, to be honest. And he's on fire. I'm not surprised he scored that, took that first time, posting in, Davire and saving it. I'm not surprised he finished that because he has been one of the best players in the world this season. But after that, I'd say after 20-30 minutes, Arsenal started to take control in that middle section of the game. Towards the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, we were dominating. We were all over them. We were creating so many chances. Yeah, at the end of the first half, we had big chances. Martinelli should have scored, but Donnarumma today was on crack. He was saving everything. Of all the games he wanted to drop on all-timer, he chose today. That save against Martinelli was unreal, and he makes an even better save later on in the second half against Leandro Trossard. That save, I'm still in awe of how he saved that. Genuinely, we were so good towards the end of the first half that I was so convinced that we were going to batter them in the second half. We had momentum. The players were on it. We go into the second half. 3 minutes in, we literally score a goal. Mikel Merino scores a header from a Declan Rice cross. I was so gassed. I was like, you know what? It started. We're going to score 1. We're going to score 2. We're going to score 3. The goal got disallowed. Mikel Merino was offside by a few inches, but I still was confident. I was thinking, cool, we can use this as momentum. The crowd should be alive. Our players should be alive. We can really hurt PSG now. That just didn't happen. PSG, they took control of the game again. The second half, they were in complete control. We weren't really sniffing chances. We were struggling to create chances. PSG, they were just chilling on the ball. They were sitting in the low block at times, the mid block. We were just struggling, man. I mean, they could have scored 2 more goals towards the end of that second half where Gonçalo Ramos misses it, Paul punts it at the crossbar. Barcola, I don't know how he hasn't even hit the target there, which is ridiculous. But yeah, the game ended 1-0, but I want to talk about specific player performances today. Martin Odegaard, that was just not good enough. If you want to retain your spot in the squad, if you want to keep that captain's armband on, you need to play better than that. You need to step up. You need to create chances. You need to take authority. Leader. You need to be a leader on that pitch. But you're just ghosting. You're running around. You're leading the press. That's all you're doing. You're good at pressing, but that's not what I want from my number 10. I want my number 10 to create chances for our attackers. Saka's having to create things for himself, and he almost did a few times. Martinelli isolated down that wing, not feeding him in behind. Trossard is always having his back to goal. When you have the ball, everything slows down. Any sort of progressive attack gets killed. We need better from our number 10. I don't want to see sideways passing. I don't want to see just controlling the tempo, dictating play. No! Yeah? Leave that to Mikel Merino, Declan Rice. Let them control the first phase. Kvaratskhelia. I need you to be a killer in that third phase. I need you to feed Bukayo Saka in, rather than just give it to his feet at the edge of the box and say, you know what, do your thing. I need you to hit Martinelli in behind in the transition. I need you to feed Trossard chances in the pockets. I need you to make runs into the box. Help give dynamism in that attack. You're not doing that. And it's just I've had enough. It's every week. Odegaard, I'm one of your biggest supporters. It hurts me to say this, but if you don't fix up your act, because this has been an entire season of this, by the way, if you don't fix up your act, time is running out. Moving on to the other players, there are some positives. Declan Rice, I thought he was class today, except for that first goal. After that, he was immense, winning the ball back, driving with the ball. He even created that Trossard chance where he drove into the midfield. Unreal. But we're missing this guy in the 8. Partey, we were missing Partey because it limited Declan Rice. He's best in the 8, not the 6. When he's able to drive at the defense, do that box for box role, we were missing that. We were missing runners in that midfield because João Neves, he was that runner in the midfield. We were getting overrun in the midfield. Vitinha was class. Fabian Ruiz was just finding the pockets, playing the passes, keeping the ball moving. That midfield three is class, but we needed Declan Rice in that 8. We needed Partey in the 6. And we needed Mikel Merino up top. We were missing that link because Mikel Merino, what he does is he unlocks Saka's game. He unlocks Martinelli's game. He gets goals. He gets assists. He can play long to Mikel Merino. David Raya can ping it long. He can relieve pressure. We were missing that. Trossard done okay. I'm not saying Trossard was bad, but we need Mikel Merino up top. Miles Lewis-Skelly today, I thought he was unreal. That performance he put up again. If we won today, I think Miles Lewis-Skelly gets man of the match. That chance he fed through to Martinelli in the first half, ridiculous. The way he gets the ball in midfield, he turns with so much confidence, beats 3 or 4 men, wins the foul. Every single time. He's low-key. He's a better playmaker. He's got a better final third pass than Martin Odegaard. Prove me wrong. Because he's finding these players, he's hitting them in behind, like he did with Martinelli. Miles Lewis-Skelly, this guy is going to be a special player, and I hope he keeps it up. Because Desire Doué, although he was good today, when he went on Miles Lewis-Skelly's side, he was locked up. Jurien Timber, he was good today as well, but Kvaratskhelia had his number a few times. There was a few times where Jurien Timber had Kvaratskhelia locked up, Desire Doué locked up. I thought Bukayo Saka had a decent game. He had chances, he was creating chances, but it just wasn't working out for him. Martinelli, I don't think he was the greatest today. I have one issue. Mikel Arteta, it's the 80th minute. You haven't made a single substitution. The players look tired. You have Waneri on the bench. You have Tierney on the bench. You have Ben White on the bench, but you're refusing to bring them on earlier. We needed impact, and you just wasn't doing it. I'm just confused. But the leg isn't over. We can still win. We can still go through if we pull a miracle at the Parc des Princes. I believe in the players. It's only a 1-goal deficit. It's not the end of the world. We can win 2-0 or 3-1 or whatnot. It can go penalties, extra time. I don't care. As long as we get to that final, I don't care.